Here is your weekly forecast for Monday the 29th of May through to Sunday the 5th of June 2016. It is week 22. As I have said before, the most important tarot card or cards in any spread are the major trumps. Here we have art. In other decks it is known as temperance. Because it is the final card of the 3-card spread, the other, 4 of Wands, is a general theme covering card. The art card in this case is a blending, a bringing together, making whole, fragmentation, healing. More on this card later. I want to turn my attention to the 7 of Wands. This was the 4th card last week, the covering theme, the general feel to the week. It is ruled by Mars and is retrograde still at this moment in time, going direct on the 30th of June or thereabouts. It is in opposition to Venus, which is in house 11, which is the polar opposite of Leo. Leo being the house of personal creativity, joy, children. Be aware that this is a fire planet in a fire house, Leo. So energies are focused to the above house traits. So we may have conditions of unruly offspring, Leo. Losses by gambling, as Leo is a house of flutter, for want of a better word, as any other. So again, thinking before action is paramount to this. On the more positive side, the house of Leo being supercharged by energies in general, Mars, this is also in opposition to Venus, as I've previously mentioned, in house 11. So friends, friendships, social gatherings, wider circle of friends, clubs, meetings of all sorts. Remember, this is the polar opposite to the 7 of Wands being in Leo. Opposites can attract, but opposites are opposite. Leo being the polar opposite from Uranus might find self feeling threatened or challenged by circumstances seemingly out of your control. If it is a person, it could be someone powerful, uncompromising, difficult, or even arrogant, or if your luck's really out, all of them. Mars, fire, Uranus, air, makes flames bigger, brighter, volatility, and the ability to spread fire quicker. This is normally a harmonic elemental combination, but because of the Mars-Venus opposition, could be very testing. As I've said before, Venus with Mars is emotional, passionate on encounter levels. So watch again the loose Mars tongue. Regret might come in the aftermath of verbal exchanges. I get also the feeling that things are carried on from last week to a certain extent because of the theme last week being the 7 of Wands and it kicking off this week. I'm now going to place, I've already placed the Oracle card. Because of this, Martian energy, a lot of things can be achieved on a personal basis. This is the Oracle card that I'm talking of. I have yet again drawn an Oracle card in its upright position, which in itself is positive. So a lot to be had from this. Through focus and determination, you have at your disposal personal Mars energies that can help see through to fruition personal creative desires, and because of the Martian energies instilled, you will not be deterred or delayed. Take one thing at a time, problem-wise, 7 of Wands. This will alleviate a lot of stress in stressful situations, especially around matters of the heart. Venus in house 11, Aquarius. Polar opposite, Leo. I have talked quite a lot of the 7 of Wands, but that is because of its importance and domination being retrograde position in Leo at this present time. So with Gemini in house 11, close communication is an issue. The court card, Knight of Cups, otherwise known as the King of Cups in other decks. Jumping to the Ark card quickly, it is the blending of fire and water, transmuted together to heal and form a union together, this of opposites. I mention this as the court card. Remember, I said that it can apply to both sexes, as this is not personal but a general read. So you have creative Piscean energy with the Mars dynamic energies making opposing elemental structures possibly in harmony. You could say the emotional Knight of Cups with the forceful fire Seven of Wands acting as one. So it is a fusion of opposites brought about by the Ark card. I look at the Ark card as a connecting card, of a bridge between distance, the bringing together of, as above, so below, the connection of these, the joining together of the abstract, of the difficult, the unsurmountable, the healing that takes place through this card. In its pure exaltation, it signifies profound peace. It is a wonderful major tarot and one that is greatly underestimated. So in relationships, be they close or distant, your own relative terms for these two descriptions, healing can, does, and will eventually take its course. So by looking at this with a general overview, difficulties in relationships arising from fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, all respectively. A quick word on these elements. When the combination is right, you have steam, which drives forth, known as combustion. Although I have mentioned the fire and water elements, Gemini, air, in House 11, Aquarius, air, are also involved. It does seem a quieter, more relaxed time for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, respectively. The general theme is the Four of Cups. Because of the Four, this is structure and balance. Because of it being cups, this is emotional structure and balance. So here we have a card of balance on emotion. This is also a card of not desiring, more of observations of things through internal solidity and introspection. It is also a card, as I've explained before, with extras and add-ons, something that other was first planned, first thought of. Circumstances bringing about offshoots from or to the external theme that unfolds. Summing up, it is about primarily communication. The Seven of Wands depicts this in Leo. Challenges on personal self, Leo, met with Martian energies, Leo again. Venus being in Gemini, polar opposite. Close communication concerning more outgoing situations. Remember, this is a polar opposite, self, outgoing. Aquarius gathering the bigger picture. Associations, possible sibling problems, of difficulties in communication from self to a wider audience in some form or another. Leo, Seven of Wands, Gemini in Aquarius, house outgoing, further reaching. Temperance, to evoke healing, unexpected things happening to come from all this. Expect the unexpected. This has been John. Thank you for listening.